Hey everybody, this is Rustin Rose with Metalholic and Access Entertainment. And with us today, you know the man, you know the name, Udo Dirkschneider. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, wonderful. In lovely New York.
Absolutely. Let's get right to it. The new album was released last week in Europe and comes out February 3rd here in the U.S. New York seems like a fitting backdrop to talk about Decadent. How are you holding up after all the interviews and the bad weather?
Yeah, I'm fine. What can I say? I'm sitting in a hotel room. It's warm. We don't have to walk outside, so everything's perfect.
Nice. And you just finished up the Metal Singers tour in South America, right? How did that go?
Yeah, it was great. We had a lot of fun. And then I think the people enjoyed the whole thing, if you get in nearly 2.5 hours 25 classic metal songs, then I think you can be satisfied, It was a lot of fun, we don't have any prima donna things going on. There was a really nice, easy going, let's say it in this way.
Fantastic. Now let's talk about the new album. Decadent marks your 25th studio album and the 15th for U.D.O. Putting it in perspective, you have released more albums than bands like Black Sabbath and AC/DC. Does that seem at all surreal to you?
Yeah, what can I say? I don't know. I come up nearly every 2 years with a new album. I always compose, not only when I have to think about a new album, we always come up with new songs, with the band members coming up with some ideas. We always continue composing songs, so then in a way it's easy to come up every 2 years with a new album.
Well, whatever it takes, we're just glad that you're still making great metal for us. So the idea of Decadence is really twofold. One side being excess of all things that feel good, but the other side really puts the spotlight on the division of social classes worldwide. What was on your mind when creating the lyrical ideas for Decadent?
The first idea I had, I was watching the news and there was an advertising from an organization called Save the Children, and they was showing, kids in Africa, they don't have, they have nothing to eat and stuff like that. And that was the start for Decadent, and I said, maybe I write something about, that we are living in a decadent world. So, and there are a lot of different things, you can call decadent. Also government, parliament, all these people, they're talking we make this and this and this, and in the end nothing has happened. Or then this is like the lyrics about House of Fake, and then we have the song Pain. It's about how much pain we can take. When you switch the TV on and watching news, it's more a horror movie than something else. And so it came step by step, all the lyrics that came together.
Right. Well, and the video for the title track really showcases some pretty disturbing aspects of humanity's depravity.
Yeah, what you see on the video, what we did is, it's the same when you watch news,
Yeah.
And it's just in 4 minutes you see nearly everything, of a decadent world.
True. Now, this is the first U.D.O. album to feature both Andre and Kasperi on guitar. How did they impact the new record?
Oh yeah, they came up with really, really good ideas. So after a long time since Accept, that was the first time I was composing together with the whole band member instead of the drummer. And so, they came up with okay, how can I say this? We old guys, we have a different thinking than these two young guys. They are just 30, 31. And they came up with some different stuff, but still classic metal, but in a different way. So that was very, very interesting to mix up everything, with Fitty's ideas and my ideas. So, and I think the result is an interesting album, Decadent. There are a lot of different things on there.
One of the most impressive things about Decadent, to my ear, is that even though you started your career back in 1968, you are still trying new things with your voice on each album, and it shows on Decadent.
Yeah, I mean, so what can I say? I mean, in a way, I think I'm really lucky. I mean, I know a lot of singers in the heavy metal scene. They have some problems, you know, but I don't know. I mean, the interesting thing for me is the lower range now. I can do more with the lower range. You know, I couldn't sing like this in 10 years before or something like that. Right. And that, of course, you get a wider range. You know, I can do more things. And yeah, I always try, you know, to search for something else, vocal wise. You know. So, but it's like a wine. You know. The older the wine, the taste is much better.
Now, did you go into making Decadent with the goal to try out some new ideas that you hadn't done before musically?
You know, when I start working on a new album, I mean, I never sit down and say, what can we do? It's just we all collecting all the ideas, you know, and then see what's coming up. You never make a thing or think about I have to do it like Animal House or like Time Bomb or this one. I just sit, just start. You know, I don't think so much about what I want to do. It's just coming.
Just get in there and let it evolve naturally.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
One of the songs that immediately caught my attention was Mystery. It's very cinematic and has sort of this dark carnival-like vibe to it. Tell us about that track.
Yeah, Mystery. I mean, it's like the meaning in a way is like Jekyll and Hyde. You know, somebody tried to be nice, but he cannot be nice. That's in a way the meaning of this song. And yeah, it's also the voice is a little bit different. Yeah, I mean that in a way this song was not planned, but it just came up in the studio. You know, that we composed this song during a jam session in the studio. So and then you know sometimes songs they come up and everybody, especially in Europe, was talking about this song. You know, I mean of course the verses is unusual for my voice. And then I do some people say that when I do this crazy voice, it's like they said, oh, Alice Cooper did something like that in the old days. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a very interesting song.
Now, so many bands are using technology like Pro Tools to record without a studio, but you still like to do it old school, face to face.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely was very important for me after Stefan Kaufmann left the band. You know, he was on the last two albums, Dominator and Rev Raptor, too much into all these Pro Tools and computer stuff. For me, it was important when we did the Steel Hammer album. I want to work like with face-to-face recording, you know, and that's what we also did on the Decadent album. So now we are finally lucky. We have a own studio. So for us, it was really easy, you know, to working on the album really easy and relaxed. So, but that was very important for me to have to do a face-to-face recording.
Right. Now, Francesco Jovino has departed the band, and you put out a call for drummers recently. Your son Sven has spent time filling in for Saxon's Nigel Glockner. He has his own band, Damaged. He's played live with U.D.O. before. Could the answer behind the drum kit be in your own family?
Maybe. No, I cannot say anything about this at the moment. You know, it takes 2 more weeks, and then I can name the guy who will be replaced Francesco behind the drums.
Gotcha.
But, yeah.
Fair enough. Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's too early to mention the name.
Gotcha. So now, as we mentioned at the beginning of our conversation, you've been creating metal for over 40 years. What keeps you so passionate about creating new music when so many bands are simply resting on their back catalogs?
Yeah, what can I say? I mean, I still have fun to do this, you know. This is my passion. I love to sing. And and creating new songs. You know, I mean, I don't want to stuck on my back catalog and go on tour maybe and tell the people this is the last tour, what a lot of bands doing, and go forever on the farewell tour. No, I mean, I want to keep going. You know, I mean, I still have fun to do this, and that I think that's the point and keeps me going. You know.
Now, you start the full tour in March with Our Friends and Sisters Sin. How much of the Decadent album can fans expect to hear?
Yeah, I mean, there will be a long tour, and I did already on the Raptor tour. So the Sister Sin was supporting us. Yeah, and that will be the first part of the European tour until the middle of May, and then we do a lot of festivals in the summertime. A big festival coming up in Wacken, and we do this with an orchestra. There will be a big event, and yeah, and then between September and December, we do the second part of a European tour, South America, Japan, and they're working on the tour at the US and Canada. So hopefully they can put together a long US tour this time. So the last time I was here in 2013, but just for 10 or 12 shows. So, but we will see how many shows we can do in the US.
Well, and hopefully we'll be getting a good dose of the new album on the tour. All right, so just for fun before we get out of here, because I know you've got 3,000 interviews still to get under your belt today. You have toured all over the world. What is the strangest thing you've ever eaten, and where was it?
The strangest thing? Oh, that was in Ecuador. A festival in Ecuador. I mean, to play on what is that called? I know I just only can do it in meters. That is nearly 4,000 meters high, and to do a full show in the mountains, I tell you, this is something else.
But what was the strange food that you ate while you're there? What was the strangest food you ever ate while you were out on this tour on a tour?
I don't eat any strange food. I take care of a good meal.
Nice. Udo, thank you so much for taking the time. The new album, Decadent, is fantastic. We look forward to getting you over here on U.S. soil. But more important, we are just thrilled you're continuing to make great metal for us all. Have a fantastic day, and we will talk with you real soon.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.